landing your first internship or job is the number one priority you should have if you want to work in tech. That's my personal opinion. I've never been to like a really good tech school, so maybe that's a better option, but I cannot speak from experience. So from what I know, the sooner you get a job, the sooner you get exposed to the real world, solving problems, the better. So that's what I would say. Just try to land an internship.
Hi, my name's Eddie and I'm here at Hackconf 2019 in Sofia, Bulgaria. And it's been an amazing day. It's still early on, but a wonderful day. People have been so welcoming, all keen to talk and share what they've learned, what they want to learn this weekend. The venue is massive. It's really spacious. It's really clean. So it's been a really good event. Everyone's been really friendly. They've really enjoyed the event. And they've made a real big effort to have gluten-free snacks, to cater for everyone's needs. I highly recommend coming to this conference. We've still got another day and a half to go. We're the Dashboard Hub team are really excited to talk to more people, see how it's gone, and hear how everyone's enjoyed the event. Hi, my name's Eddie, and we're at Hackconf 2019 in Sofia, Bulgaria, and it's been an unbelievable weekend. We've spoken to so many amazing people. Everyone's really made us feel so welcome. We love it here. Even the venue is unbelievable. It's so spacious. We have a small corner. I say small with air quotes. It's huge. This is nothing like London. We have so much space. It's brilliant. I should have brought more cameras, more tripods, and more angles. That's for next time. But I have the awesome...
Hey, my name is Zlati. I'm a software engineer and pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me, Eddie.
Great to have you on the channel. Thank you so much for coming over and chatting and putting yourself out there and sharing your story about your journey on my channel. I really appreciate it. So so you're a software engineer. What sort of tech are you using at the moment?
Yeah, currently I'm a front-end engineer. I work mainly with React and Redux, which is a library and a framework for the front end. Yeah, I've been doing that for almost 3 years, 2.5 now, and I've been enjoying my journey. It's been a blast. I'm learning a lot, and yeah, I'm keep going.
So how did you get into technology? So this is your second time at Hackconf. So if we rewind all the way back, so what made you come to the first Hackconf and how did you get to there?
2016, I think, is when I started my journey, as that's when I started learning about programming. From a young age, I've been interested in problem solving, so I thought that was like a natural thing for me to try out. I didn't know if I would like it or not, and I actually enjoyed it a lot, so I kept going. And Hackconf was like an obvious choice to come, as it's one of the biggest conferences in Bulgaria. So I get exposed to more concepts, as back in 2016, most of the things and the lectures that I heard were very new, and I learned a lot, whereas now, 3 years later, it's more about networking and meeting people, because also the lectures are recorded so I can watch them afterwards.
That's the thing nowadays. So I've been in tech for 15 years, so I'm really old. But I'm still learning, still got loads to learn. But you're right, nowadays, so many talks are live streamed and are recorded, you can watch them later. And the coffee tracks are so important, but they're quite short. Yeah. So I find at events now, I probably miss half the talks. So I go to the ones I really want to. Other ones are really good and I would like to hear them, but I'll miss them, network with people and catch up with them on the recorded side. So you're right, it's a really big plus.
Yeah, that's what I generally do. I actually missed quite a lot of the talks just because I started chatting with someone and I got a good conversation going and I was like, okay, this is a pretty good opportunity to know the people and like the community. Actually, I've not been here in Bulgaria. I've been working in different countries. So like a month and a half ago, I moved back to Bulgaria and I'm still working remotely, so I'm not sure of what basically the temperature and the dev community here is. So it's more like an exploration of how it is in Bulgaria right now for me.
You brought up a couple of points I'd love to cover. So one, you've been working outside Bulgaria. I'd be interested to know where, and also I'll talk about the remote. When you said you've been working outside Bulgaria, I thought so because your English is unbelievable and your accent's amazing.
Yeah, thank you. So the first place where I went, I started in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam. That's where I landed an internship. I applied for like 100 companies. That was the only offer I got. So I took it. And it all started from there. That's where I got introduced to React. And moving past that, I got hired full-time as a junior dev. And then I decided to switch the rain with some sun, and I went to Madrid. So
Nice.
that's where I got hired very, very fast because I had like a year and a half of experience, and then my journey went very smoothly. I was in a choosing position. So initially I was like, okay, I applied everywhere and I got one offer. Now I'm like, oh, these are the 5 companies I really, really like. And then 2 weeks after I applied, I got an offer from the one that I most wanted to work at. So it was really good.
From that experience, the audience watching, I think, would love to hear what tips you would give from the experience you had, or what you would do maybe differently if you could talk to your younger self. So you've gone abroad, which I think a lot of people love to do, for different weather, for different experiences. I think that's really important, but they don't know, I guess, how to apply to remote jobs. So you said you sent out loads and you got one. So I think it's great that you're being authentic, because some people would say, hey, I got 99 offers and I picked the one that I really wanted. So
yeah, I don't want to fake it. Realistically, the first job is the hardest. That's the case. You don't have experience. You don't know what you're doing. Yeah, you learn some stuff maybe from university, maybe from courses, but in actuality, when you start working, the first 2 to 3 months, you're going to learn so much more than you can imagine. So
absolutely,
landing your first internship or job is the number one priority you should have if you want to work in tech. That's my personal opinion. I've never been to like a really good tech school, so maybe that's a better option, but I cannot speak from experience. So from what I know, the sooner you get a job, the sooner you get exposed to the real world, solving problems, the better. So that's what I would say. Just try to land an internship.
That's really good advice.
Yeah.
And to add to that, what I'd like to add is get involved in open source. I think people having side projects, even if they ditch the side projects after a few months or a few weeks, doesn't matter. Leave it on there on your GitHub. People can see you've tried something. They'll see that your next project that you're playing with different tech or whatever, that you've improved, you're doing something different, and you might be more organized, you might be branching, you might be whatever it is. People can see that, and I think they want to see the journey. And
yeah,
so,
for sure. Track your journey. That's like the best tip ever. Also, everything you do should be on GitHub. All the projects, all the code. That's like, do not make this mistake. I did not put a lot of code there. I should have. I didn't. That's a mistake. That would have helped a lot. Also, I would say from experience, soft skills way more important than people think. I have 2.5 years of experience, and 2 weeks ago my engineering manager said, well, you're the team lead now, and that's purely off of soft skills. Like, I can do my job, but communication, just collaboration, that is so key to your career. You cannot imagine. It just makes a heck of a difference.
A lot of places, especially recruiters, say DevOps is a job. It's not. It's the bottom line. What it comes down to is it's about communication. And when I say to places, are you doing DevOps or behavioral-driven development? And they say, oh yeah, we've got testers and we've got a DevOps person. What does a DevOps person do? Well, they work by themselves over there. It's like, that's the complete opposite. You've got an ops person who can do a bit of coding. It's the complete opposite. And so I think, communication and relationships are so important, and that's what DevOps is about. And I think I hate that word. I hate that word now a bit, because it's like a buzzword that people use for the wrong reason. It's great when today actually we're speaking to people. It's been brilliant that they've described DevOps but haven't used that word. I'm actually going to start doing that myself. I think, to describe it but not say what it is, because people assume, I think, the wrong thing and so forth. So yeah, communication is key, and congratulations on becoming lead dev. And I think from my experience, being lead dev is not about knowing all the answers. It's about having that communication, getting feedback from the team, and maybe knowing who has the better answer. Not necessarily the right answer, because sometimes there is no right answer. It's just in this situation, you might have to make a tactical decision and make it.
Delegation, prioritization, just able to handle your team and just directing the right energy in the right place for the right solution.
When you say you're working remote now, is that for your work from Madrid?
When I started in Madrid, the company was US based, and I worked there for a year, and I decided to come back to Bulgaria and try living here as well, because yeah, it's my home, a lot of friends, stuff like that. I told them the situation, and I said like remote is basically the option that I can say that I have for the company and me staying there. And they were like, yeah, of course, we don't want to lose you. So I was like, awesome. I'm so happy about this, because I really enjoy my colleagues, my team, and the company I'm working at. They gave me that opportunity and I took it. Now I came here, got all the equipment I need, comfy chair, nice monitor, and I'm set. Now I'm working from home.
How long have you been working remote for now?
A very short period of time, like a month and a half.
Okay.
I expect after half a year, maybe I'm going to have more intel about how is it to actually work remote, and that's when I plan to do the day in the life of a remote developer.
Don't
video.
wait half a year.
Do not.
I started my YouTube channel a year and a half ago, and I've been working remote for like 5 years. But my biggest regret about my entire tech career is not starting my YouTube channel 6 years ago when I started thinking about it. I thought about it for 5 years. I thought I needed all this fancy equipment. Even when I got the equipment, I needed the equipment to get started. Like, I needed to invest a lot of money to then guilt myself into doing it. And my biggest advice to people is do it on your smartphone, on a GoPro or whatever you've got.
Yeah, I was gonna say that if I do a YouTube channel, I'm not gonna buy any camera equipment. I'm just gonna use my phone if I get subscribers. It's just pointless to do it otherwise.
Absolutely.
Also, camera equipment in this, I'm sure it's pretty expensive.
It is, and then you got to think about insurance for it, and it all adds up, and it's one thing after the other. And even adapters and cables, they go crazy in price. So I recommend getting started. Our smartphones are amazing. I'm stealing this from Gary V on YouTube, who you probably heard of.
Gary V is my hero. He's amazing.
Sarah's face behind the camera. When she comes home from work, she always sees Gary V on my big screen, and
Gary V he's the god. He's so good. Pleasure having me on this thing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, good luck.
And
all the best.
we'll see you at Hackconf next year?
Probably, yeah.
Awesome. And what other events are you going to? Do we have time? What other events are we going to?
I have no idea, to be honest. As I said, I just arrived here. Been here for a month and a half. I want to check them out. I don't know yet. So
can I recommend a few for you?
I would love to.
Fosdem in Brussels in February. Alex from Kiwi TCMS goes every year. I see him and his team there. Web engineering as an unconference in Palma. We've been going for the last 6 years. Unbelievable. Definitely go. The people, the unconference, it's the complete opposite of this. This is great, don't get me wrong, but it's the complete opposite. So I think it's good to mix it up. It's an unconference, so you don't know who's speaking until you vote for them on the day. You can propose a talk yourself on remote. It's awesome. And it's only 100 people they allow to go. So it's a real family. Yes. Yeah. And it's a real family, so you get to meet people and chat to them over and over again and build up really good relationships. And the weather's amazing, food's amazing, the hotels are amazing. It's just, definitely go.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Cool. Can you remind me again, what technologies did you say? Or the two?
React and Redux.
Okay, see you later. That's on my bloopers, that bit. I'm an Angular person. So that's why. That's just on my bloopers. I'll put that at the end.
You should have said the Angular thing, then I'm leaving.
Are you sure you haven't done this before? Because you're actually really good at this.
Good at what?
At like being on camera, articulating things.
I've never done it. I would, as I said, I would love to, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to do so.
You must.
I've never, yeah.
I think Sarah wants to fire me and hire you because you're so good at this.